Damian Phillips. All who never knew get with it. So if you see a girl's phone and it's my name DP, don't feel no way. Adjust the habit. Politics, politics, it doesn't matter. Me, I go talk. Bringing light to the lost so you will get it. DP is my name, please don't spoil it. Big up Portland, St. Thomas, Jamaica and America. Come listen my show. On the corner me I bring, come chat. Voice your concerns. As I share everything, just know it's a general knowledge. Views expressed, you know the rest. Come chat with DP. Call me Damian Phillips. Yeah. So if you see your girl's phone and it's my name DP, don't feel no way. Adjust the habits. Politics, politics. It doesn't matter, me I go talk. Bringing light to the lost so you will get it. DP is my name, please don't spoil it. Big up Portland, St. Thomas, Jamaica and America. America. Come listen my show. On the corner me I bring, come chat. Voice your concerns. As I share everything, just know it's a general knowledge. Yeah, views expressed. You know the rest. Come chat with DP. Call me Damian Phillips. Yeah. Come listen my show. On the corner me I bring, come chat. Let me say good evening and thanks for joining me. As I share everything, just know it's a general knowledge. Just know it's a general knowledge. Is my name. Please don't spoil it. Big up Portland, St. Thomas, Jamaica and America. Come listen my show. On the corner me I bring, come chat. Voice your concerns. As I share everything, just know it's a general knowledge. As I share everything, just know it's a general knowledge. Views express, you know the rest. Let me say good evening and thanks for joining me. My name is Damian Phillips. They call me DP, and it's the DP is what them call it? My initials, right? So the D stands for Damian, and the P stands for Phillips. Yeah. So let's not do that yet. Let me say good evening again. This is Vibes Corner Radio, one of the biggest, best radio station right now out of New York, talking about Jamaican, and we do broadcast 24/7, so you can listen to us wherever you go. You can take us with you, and all of that. So it is politics time. The debate has been opened, and I was very pleased with the first woman, um, finance minister. Yes, it was a of course continuing on the breath of fresh air, where we know from the beginning it would be no new taxes. We knew that. That wasn't no surprise. But the 21 points that Auntie Flavel, as they say, you call her, she's affectionately called, brought out. I'm like, yes, this sound good. I also noticed that I also noticed that the response, what was supposed to be a response, I'm still waiting to hear the response, because I thought you had the Minister of Finance opening, and then the shadow. I hear some people calling them Duppy. I don't know if it must be a Duppy or a gunman, but the shadow spokesperson. Uh, I see somebody said thank you over here, so let me check that. check that out. Um, the shadow spokesperson, I am still waiting to hear the response. I didn't hear no response. I heard no such thing. So I don't know. Maybe the response is still coming because what's my call it? The opposition leader is supposed to make his presentation. I think they should stop calling it response. But let me say good evening. Let me say good evening for those of you rolling in. Please like and share and make we load up the train and get it going. I have a special presentation to play for you guys. And I don't want anybody to miss it. So share it, share it, share it, share it, share it. But let me apologize. I did try to get Senator Marlon Morgan, but he already had some um uh agreed engagement. So we're gonna try again for next week. But there's something that is kind of bothersome. And I think I'm going to play a lot of audio tonight. One such thing is the minister. Hold on. Let before we even go into that. Let's talk about something. So I was listening to Power last week, and when Simon asked Hyman um about the presentation and all of that, they were rumoring and saying that um Favor wouldn't be the one doing the presentation. It's somebody else. Also, the new senator that was sworn in today. And of course, I don't know. I wonder how. And I was talking to somebody the other day and I said, you know what I'm going to start doing? I'm going to start just make up some lies and just start them because I can't talk them on TikTok. Let me say good evening to my TikTok viewers. I can't talk them on YouTube. I can't talk them as X. I can just put them on my my display on my WhatsApp and just make up some lies and put it out there because I realize that is trending now. People just make up some lies and just say them. The next thing you know, other people start repeating them. And it's a thing. So they're saying that the new minister, and I heard two radio stations I was listening to, and they tried to spin it. One lady said to one of this host that so tell me something. When you are an ambassador, no big something that, and the host said, yeah man, a big thing, whatever. And then she said, so when you get removed from being an ambassador to come now to be a state minister, no one demotion that. And the host, although he's full of orange, he said, no, you can't look at it like that. Ambassador, are the same thing, which obviously once you're an ambassador, you're an ambassador for the rest of your life. I can't see how the PNP have a problem with Dr. Holness asking people to serve at his pleasure. We have been practicing the Westminster model of politics from we got independence. So I don't understand when everybody else did in a power, meaning all the other when other PMP government or PMP formed administration, they did what they wanted to do whenever they wanted to do it. No, every single thing that this administration does, it has been questioned and asked why all of these things and why them a do this and why and we're full of thing. And so something Hyman said to is that Favor is weak. So the prime minister was going to put, I don't remember her name, somebody can drop it in the chat, put her in the she's going to be the finance minister. And I'm like, I can't see oh big man go up on public radio station and just tell a lie. Because if it not go so that mean it's a lie and get away with it. But something that really bothers me more than anything else is the fact that the appetite that is out there for these kind of things. There are so many people. Somebody called me Saturday evening, and the person was encouraging me to stay away from PMP platforms. That was the encouragement. And I respect, I don't know if you're listening, brother, but thanks for sharing your concern. But I told him that, listen, man, gone are the days when I felt uncomfortable when people say things about me. Me not have no issue again. People can chat with them and chat say. And I always say, Jesus, for those of us who believe in Jesus, he was on earth, he did nothing wrong. and them still did have bad things to say about him to the fact that they even crucified him. So who is little Damian Phillips for people not talk all kind of manner of evil about? Who is little Damian Phillips? The people who not even know nothing about the boy. Fits fit talk stuff. That mean I have a problem. So of course, one of the latest thing now is, and I got it two places, that I'm a JLP activist. Yeah. You are a J, and they say it with such, you can hear, oh, like they muscle up for say it. And I'm supposed to feel perturbed, like I'm supposed to be bothered. No, may I tell you the truth? Anybody who want to be associated with the PMP in these day and age, I think something is wrong with them. No disrespect to my elderly viewers, but I believe that these people, just like old age come with Alzheimer's, me feel say anybody who proudly say them a comrade, me think there's something wrong with them. In these day and age, worse with who they have leading them. I saw the man today. Well, today I saw the video. I don't know when it was dropped. Kicking a ball and in slow motion make two move and then kick the ball off him left foot and everybody start rejoice because the ball end up into an empty goal. And I'm like, seriously? So this is what I said the last time. I think something is wrong somewhere, and I think even those who are responsible for what they put out there with this man, they're not doing a good job. They're not. And let me make a confession. I remember back in the day when Mark Golding was the Minister of Justice. I used to say him sound presidential, him sound like, maybe PMP can look down the road and say, yeah man, see one next prime minister here or see a leader of the party. I used to say that. But no, you hear the man talk and as a Jamaican, you cannot identify with him. But yet still you have people who you can't say nothing bad about him. Shaka Fame is one of them, which I was on his live Saturday and I see somebody and I screenshot it that Colin Bell is going to be a senator for a very long time. So they have a thing going on now where they say all views must content and you must call in and they want to hear whatever, whatever. However, and I got it two place. When you call in, they either ignore your call or if they do let you come on, they're constantly talking over you. They will even say, let me ask you a question. And by you attempting to answer the question, they throw another question. And they have this thing to talk about a Fidem show. Now, if somebody come on to this live tonight and they call me and I have to say to them, this is my show. That mean I'm not doing a good job. That mean I'm not doing a good job. So they talk about this is their show and people do their thing different way and they're free to do whatever they want to do. And may I say, so here what happened? I told the guy Saturday evening that called me, Mr. Listen, although you're concerned about me going on people's show and them cutting me off, I shall be calling back. So to the point where they either not take me call or they realize me and cut it off or whatever, I'm all right, me I go call. Because I believe that when good people remain silent and quiet, bad people rule. And that is the plan of the devil. Sorry, I just said devil a while ago, I don't mean devil. So that is the plan of the PNP. They want to dominate and control every talking space and put out their lies out there. And what just came to my mind a while ago? The one where did go and tell lie upon the people, them, the little what you call it? The small business, the car wash, the people them all open them black tank. And the man go up on video go say a MP them get the tank them from. Yeah. A MP then get the tank them from. And him just continue to post the lies them. And who say nothing about it? You hear some people say, oh, and yeah, else, and no sanction, no nothing. I don't get it. So, like I said, the plan is for them to go around, tell the lies, and you don't combat it nor nothing. Because again, I listen to Power a lot and I hear both Simon and Dr. Gale. Come on, I want to hear others' perspective. Even today, Gale said, listen, JLP supporters. Instead of when John call and bashing him, you should call in, use your phone, call in and let your voice be heard. But I'm telling you, make a labor right call in and hear what happen. So I see a comment here. DP Fax, Hyman and Favel used to do the same business program on Power 106 few years ago. Where Favel now, where is Favel now compared to him? It's interesting you said that because I've heard, I mean, I call him name because it's on record. Let me finish the comment. You will never see a man stoning green mango on a tree. Yep. The way how me hear Hyman talk about Dr. Nigel Clark and other people, him doing it a lot now. Yeah, man, I hear that them there. Wanna call it there, but I call- Yeah, man, I hear that. And him this anybody that don't agree with him or anybody don't repeat his nonsense, them are idiots. And may I say, to me, it says a lot, If you think you're so educated, but you have to lower yourself to the point to call people idiots and them not no sense and them a fool and these kind of things. Yeah. So I said it too, because Shaka Fame Love say at one point him even say him stop listening to Emily because I think Emily was one of the first person I hear publicly recognizing the worth we had in Dr. Clark and saying, listen, man, we're blessed to have. And Shaka said, oh, not even Emily, me no listen again because some people me don't know what and him talk all kind of something. And I think I call him one day and I said, Bridget, are you you're an economist or you have any degree or any masters in finance or just, mathematics or not like that? Of course, the answer is no. So why should I listen to you who all you do is you go on your show and you share your opinion. Even today I heard him sharing his opinion with Dr. Herbert Gill. Because and I have the recording. The amount of records more I play today, I don't know if I have time. But John Call, and this is coming from the what was supposed to be the budget presentation response to the by the shadow. And Julian said that he's going to give or set up a flat rate for retired people, right? And now when people are questioning it, even Dr. Gale himself was saying, is it just going to be a willy-nilly like everybody, whatever? Shaka Fame call in and say, yes. After John call in, I mean, like, see, the PMP them, they're not in a one card at all. I don't know where them are driving. Sound like a one crash bus. But they're not on the same. They're confused. They are. John just got off the phone and say, is not everybody is going to get the flat rate. Because Julian say. And they have this thing where them alone hear what the other person say, cause we never hear it. Who did hear when Julian say when he was making his presentation that they're going to work out a thing where it's over on an average, so they're going to see your usage. Because when I was listening, okay, I have some people, unlike me, right now, me I go start play when me start play some voice. I've seen it before. People may come in the chat and say, "Me don't want to hear them." And me not. No, you have to know. You have to listen to everything and know what they're saying because this is how you're going to help people. Because I believe there are genuinely some Jamaicans out there where them not depend on no side and they want to make the right decision. So I would implore everybody who knows that this administration deserve a third term, don't really try waste time on arguing with people who are just blinded with an orange goggles. Don't waste the time with them. Because if you talk about a cult, go and look up the definition of a cult and see if you don't see everything matching up with the PMP. Every single thing matching up with the PMP. But there are people out there that they want to know what is the truth and they want to hear somebody, pointing them in the right direction. Those are the people who need to talk to. Don't waste no time with nobody where they're so disgruntled. You have one call I'm call every time and him talk about in the whichever year did better because he could have did do this and he could have did do that. And I had to text in and I said, listen, man, what I realize is a lot of men, especially because I don't hear a lot of females doing it, a lot of men in their 60s and 70s who have squandered their hard-earned money. Because them talk about me buy house over Portmore for whatever thing. Them squander them money and now them a live like Oh, John, me see one picture upon X with him with one plate. And to them hear him say he used to carry him plate go school, for food, not because his parents couldn't afford it. But yeah. But you hear them talk and they say, oh, the best time was under the PNP. So them squander the money where they make under the PNP, and maybe because now they're not living at the life that they want to live, they're disgruntled. And who's they're blaming for that? They're blaming the Andrew Holness administration because they did not do the right thing. Some of them gal out them money, carry them money, got ear fishy. I saw you go, oh, Beanie Man, son. I will invest in the ear fishy. I saw you go, me no remember. But yeah, that's where they bank the money. And of course, if you're old enough to know that song or know the reference, because maybe younger people watching, you know that there's no return when you bank down there. There's no return. And it's not even an investment. You understand? So now they're upset because they don't have, and maybe them see some young boy now, and maybe a chap, me no know. But them a drive nice car and all of these things. I go for them and them a put up big house and all of these things. And them vex. So because they're so upset, they're taking it out on this administration. But I am old enough, and it's like my born yesterday, to know that no, Jamaica is in the best Erie Bank. Yes, Erie Bank. I am old enough to know that Jamaica right now is the best it has been in the last 40, 50 years. And I dare anybody, all of them people who chat all kind of crap right now about the government, this and that, whatever, whatever. Check them status. All who never own car, what them is a big man and them never own car when PJ did in a power for the 14 years. They have vehicles now. Them a drive SUV now. Them a drive Prado now. Them have how many houses where them buy and sell and make and sell and all of these things. Them even have more baby mother now than back then. Cause in a them time that woman not even did a look upon them. The woman never want them. Maybe a back road them used to go buy some. And now them can't, it look like them a live a life and, breed one woman over here and one over this and whatever, whatever. And maybe they're not even mind the pitney them, I don't know. So it's easy upon them again. These are the men who are upset with the Andrew Holness administration and have nothing good to say about them. Nothing. Because they're disgruntled. Yeah, they are. So, like I was saying, the plan now is, so back to Julian. So John got off the phone and say after saying that it's not everybody will get the flat rate because what Julian is going to do when he becomes the next minister of finance is they're going to look at how many. So when I was listening to the presentation, I said to myself, so yeah, tell me, say no, when if, because God forbid, they form the next government and you have Miss Matty down the road and she have her pipe and some man I just come and say, Miss Matty, me I come wash your car here, car a flat rate you pay. You not go. I just $200, man. And it turned from 1 car to 2 car to 3 car till the whole community start using Miss Matty yard as car wash. Then everything all right. I mean, I say that can't make sense. But I realize, and I think I posted and I tweeted also, the fact that Julian couldn't go in and share the details, because again, I listened to this presenter and he was saying that, and I was supposed to dig up the clip because I have a clip where the then leader of the party, Dr. Peter Phillips, he said that Andrew thief the plan off of the printer. So them send out the printer, them send it the document for print. So Andrew thief the plan off of the printer, but him not get the details to the plan. He not get the blueprint. I just say final, so he not know what to do. So that is what I hear this numbskull saying that the reason why the prime minister responded to it so quickly is because it's a good idea. Now lead me to something else. This lead me to something else. And I heard a guest on Nationwide mention it. If I was a counselor want to be an MP aspirant or an MP, but I'm on the opposition side. And I say, you know what? I think it would be a good idea for us to cut down or demand on gas or oil. And for every government building, We're going to make it energy smart. That's one. And also utilize, say, solar or wind or something, some other, alternative to oil. Now, if I say that, and I mean the country good, why would I need to be going around and talking about, oh, the government cannot claim paternity for that idea because whatever? Obviously, these people don't mean Jamaica well. Them only them party first. And I see some young Jamaicans talking about it. I screenshot it off Facebook because they're not disgruntled, they're upset. When you see somebody who look like them have them head on them body like a Julian Robinson, I still have some respect for him. I have time for him. I can listen to him. He's easy to listen to. But I think once you're a PMP, you're just a PMP. You can't do no better. You understand? So the Gleaner was reporting that opposition spokesman on finance Julian Robinson argues that the ruling JLP cannot claim paternity for Jamaica's economical turnaround. He says without the PMP leadership from 2012 to 2016, Jamaica's economy fundamental would still be in a peculiar state. Now, we're in 2025, right? Does that sound like a good strategy to you? To bringing up stuff from 2012, which is 13 years ago? There's nothing better that you can come up with. So I saw a young Jamaican, and let me big up Debonique Ellis. Dr. Debonique Ellis. Yeah, big up yourself. She responded and she said, ridiculous, with a bunch of laughing emoji. It's 2025. Ladies and gents, in 2012, ladies and gents, 2012 was over 10 years ago. If we start crediting preceding government for progress made by their successors 10 years later, the cycle would end. Sorry, the cycle wouldn't end. No, no, Julian, let's be serious. And I had to come in there and I say, listen, man, I like that. So young people recognizing the foolishness and coming out and talking about it. And let me say something else. PNP is not the government when they're in power. JLP is not the government when they're in power. The government is consist of whosoever is in the house. So you have the leading party and you have the opposition. So there's something else what them people are doing me think is lying wicked, and if you open your eyes, you see it. When Dr. Clark made the presentation about the increased payment to politicians, Julian rose to his feet and he said, we on this side welcome it. And shortly after, where Dr. Clark, they call him, Master Mark come out and say, no, 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 no. We know, no, sir, the government can't give themselves 300%. And that's another lie, because it's 230%. And it is pegged to, but no, them left out all of them something there. Yeah. Master Mark come out and say, no, 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 no. We did, and people, them, this and but I don't want to talk too much, because I said it the other day and I hear people now start saying it, which remind me of something. When I hear even Damien saying, oh, we don't want to share our ideas because the JLP have a way of stealing our ideas and are running with it and all of these things. And I'm like, so hold on. I want somebody alone can I don't get it. Because I just use the example of even solar, and you're telling me that if me, you are going to claim paternity for that, I'm the only person that would come up with an idea to say, you know what, we're living in a tropical country. So if we go ahead and just mount some solar panels on top of every government building, that can reduce the spend of electricity. Like, I mean, alone, I'm so blessed, which I mean, alone, my head alone that could have come to. Like, seriously. But that is how them think, because just like the Maroons, I'm not throwing a stone now, but them act like them better than everybody else, and everybody else are idiots. So they don't want to say, oh, I did this. Scarford for Giant Comedy Bus tricks you. Yeah. But anyway, Mr. Mega share some clips. So let's share this one. Let's start with this one. Let's start with this one, if I can get it.
All right, have a good day, my brother. Hello, good evening.
So
Morning.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, talk to me, my brother.
So that is.
Said, wait, if you don't want people have a conversation, don't tell people for call because you did
You
it
know
with
have
even
to
the
call if
senator.
you know
You
want
tell him to go
call.
ahead and talk. You tell him to go ahead and talk, and when he
Me
start
not
talk,
have
you
the
still are
time to
showing
be. All right,
questions.
have a good day, my brother. Hello, good evening.
So
Morning.
you hear me idiot a morning in and him say good
Yes,
evening.
sir.
So that is one. Hear this recording off for you. And like I said, I have a special, I think it's about 13 minutes long. I want everybody to watch it and listen to it because we're going to give some clarity to some misleading information. But like I say, people, trust me, on have sense. Do not be fooled that the PMP don't know what they're doing. Every one of them, when them come out and tell a lie, it's deliberate. But because they know that we're in a place now where you can tell a lie and there are people that will believe you and run with the lie, and although it make them look stupid, they don't care because they are of the opinion that that is going to win them the election. So like I say again, so you heard me and Colin a while ago, and Colin run me off in program because I was questioning why. And this is where, let me share some context. So Senator Marlon Collin, and he was saying, making some points, and then he said, Hyman. And Colin got so upset. Listen, and he has on Hyman every day, every Saturday I have him on him show. Hyman hosts his whole program. Da 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 da. I don't want you to come here and discuss Hyman. Da 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 da. And I'm like, why? Again, they don't want Senator Morgan to shred the rubbish from Hyman. So that is the way of guarding them. So listen to this other clip.
Yes, I'm very well, man.
I'm good. I got the tail end of you and the senator earlier. I don't want to assume. Did you cut him off?
Did I cut him? Yes, I'm very well, man. We end the call. We ended the call with him.
Okay. Like I said, I catch your tail end. You mind elaborate? So just to be clear, I like when Marlon said that, you see, may I go borrow it. Just to be clear. So this is a recording with me and Conrad O'Brien on News Talk 93 FM. He's on, I think, Mondays and Tuesdays, and Senator Marlon is on Wednesdays and Thursdays. So this morning, the senator called in, and I should have recorded it, but I don't have it. But yes, but Conrad actually ended the call, like you hear him say a while ago. He ended the call, and you're going to hear more of, I guess, him explaining why. Because I call in asking why he ended the call.
Come on, if you call to make a point. Yes, I'm very well, man.
I'm good. I got the tail end of you and the senator earlier. I don't want to assume. Did you cut him off?
Did I cut him? Yes, I'm very well, man. We end the call. We ended the call with him.
Okay. Like I said, I catch your tail end. You mind elaborate why?
Come on, if you call to make a point, you call to make a point. We don't have time to waste here.
Okay, so that is what I was about to ask. Is it that you only want to hear people with your way of thinking, for example, a John Pollock?
Are you aware that Marlon is a host here 2 days a week as I am a host 2 days per week?
All right, so you say if I want to make a point.
I'm asking you a question. Are you aware?
I heard him last week, Wednesday and Thursday, I think, and the week before, yes.
Well, I'm informing you that you can join him here tomorrow and Thursday. I'm promoting him.
Okay, so in other words, you're saying that you won't entertain me anymore. You're going to cut me off as well?
No, man, I'm not saying anything like of that nature.
Oh, okay. You see, because I am from, I think I'm too old school because I'm from the old school where the only time I heard a barber glued and even Miss Antoinette Anton and people cutting off people is when they were being disrespectful or something to the fact. So like I say, I just like understanding, and I never hear it. I don't want to accuse of anything because my personal experiences, I've tried to chime in on several persons, whether it's mainstream or personal blogging. And it's even when I hear them say they want to hear from the JLP or some other views or whatever, it is blatant that the only people who get a long reign or a long run is people who carrying the PMP card. And the joke about stuff they talk about.
Let me say something to you. Are you aware that, for example, somebody like John Fuller that just spoke to me and others are blocked from other mainstream media? Nationwide alone.
Dr. Taylor, Bunny Man lift the ban.
Hold on. me the question. Are you aware that people like John Pollock and others have been blocked from other mainstream media that carry a heavy line, a heavy JLP line? Are you aware of that? So I blocked no one here. We had one person that we had blocked here, and it was my producer, basically my producer. Listen, we had one person here called, and we actually took him off and blocked him for some time because he was actually out of order. And what he hadn't spoken to me within recent time, but I'm sure that he had called Marlon Morgan, right? So he's back on. So people make choices, sir. What do you mean people make choices? I'm here. I'm trying to listen because I don't want me and you talking at the same time. People make choices as to who they entertain based on how the discussion is going. And obviously this morning, the discussion was not going in the fast club because Marlon come with an agenda to run off a series of propaganda. I am not into that. I'm into fair play, but because I understand what Marlon is doing. Oh, okay. All right. So, like I said, I wanted to ask if this is a set strategy for people who are in the media representing the PMP. You either do not entertain a line of argument, because again, hold on. Why are you not allowing me to talk, sir? DP, hold on. No, you're not going to come here with this kind of stupidity. Because here you are. You're a supporter of the Jamaica Labour Party, and you're speaking, but you're not making a point. You just want to come and say something. But with all due respect, sir, you're not even allowing me to talk. You're not allowing me to talk, sir. So you're saying you're allowing me, but you're not allowing me. I asked a question a while ago. You could just say yes or no. I'm asking because I started out. I feel like this is a strategy. So I was asking if you're a part of that, if it's a known thing to say, listen, yes, we're going to say, call in, we want to hear the other side, but we want either don't allow them to talk, we talk over them, or at a point to say, here what, I'm not entertaining that, so it's my show and cut off the person. You know what you're doing? You're exposing your fallacy. Here you are, a JLP activist, and I'm allowing you to speak, and you say me I cut off JLP activist. That makes sense? Sir, I asked a question. Anyway, so let me ask you this then. Let's move on from that, because I get what I wanted out of you. As you say, people have the choice to make so you can entertain and cut because it's your show. What is your understanding on the $2,000 that the minister spoke about on the Ian Jackson show? What's my understanding? Yes. No, I am not the one who is to be questioned. Just make your point and we move on. No. Because there's a misunderstanding that the minister said that you will be able to purchase a Pro Box at 3 years after saving $2,000 a month. So, like I say, I wanted to hear, I'm seeking clarity from your side because I see the PMP posting, even Damon Crawford say, yes, we find anti-flavor Pro Box or stuff. So it's just a simple, I'm trying to have a conversation here. And I call you because I think you're, yeah, man. All right, boss. So he said that I can call in tomorrow, which I may take up the challenge, depending how busy I am. Hey, Rosemary, how you doing, my dear? Wagwan, I said no. Rosemary, but do you love your country? Julian Robinson is being under that. What did Rosie say? What did I miss? Sorry, Julian, look bored, disinterested. You alone send comments of my party. My my partner is 65. You can't stop me. Flat. Okay. What did Rosie say? Rosie, what you say? And I see Rosie comment. All right, so it's there. You guys can see it. But I did promise you, and I set up the video, but the video flop. So let's just go with the audio. So like I said, there's a misconception that the Minister of Finance, Auntie Flavel, said or told Dan Jackson Miller that after 3 years, you'll be able to purchase a little Pro Box. And maybe I should go back for context and play
when all of this started out. Maybe I should go back and play that because, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. Let's see if we can get it.
Basis, let's call it $2,000 a month. If you faithfully put away that $2,000 because it's something that you were not getting before, 3 years, you'll have a tidy sum that you could put down on a car, a little Pro Box that you have to drive to go to work, and you don't have to stand up in the sun.
So, me alone here put down on, which mean make a deposit on. More if I'm me alone hear that. And I see somebody, oh, this must be AI, the CM90 drop. But I want you to listen to the comment that was made at the end by the host. Continue, Anti-Favor.
That you could put down on a car, a little Pro Box that you have to drive to go to work, and you don't have to stand up in the sun or think about rain to get a vehicle to drive. So yeah,
$2,000 a month over 3 years, Minister. You think we can? And you think you can put out on a car with that?
Yeah, a little Pro Box. You
a little 20-year-old Pro Box.
Nice car.
So, as I see somebody put it up there, put down on. But so Dia know what she was doing because she asked the question. She said, "Can you put down 20,000, whatever, 2,000 and put down on a 20-year-old Pro Box?" And I recall because a couple of years ago I came to Jamaica and I took out a loan. DP, you're fast, not miss you. Andrew, big up yourself. Thank you for that. I take that as a compliment. Guys, remember we're live on VCR Radio out of New York. We're here every night. 15 minutes, yes, 13 minutes video. The next clip I'm going to play. And that will be the voice of Senator Marlon Morgan. Yeah. So put down on. So I remember I bought a 2013 Wish. Which year? 2018. And because of my standing with the credit union, I didn't have to put down nothing. But I have a friend recently here in America bought a car for over 30 something thousand, and the person put down I think 20 or $15,000. Like, what is wrong with putting down on? And see, Winston said, the minister said figuratively, because it's going to be more. But I want you guys to hear it. I don't even want to paraphrase. So I'm going to go to Senator Marlon Morgan. And let Senator, me hope you hear this because they might carry belly for you. Because Conrad was on your name even after him end the call with you, as him say, which mean cut off. But him never man enough. Conrad O'Brien wasn't man enough. Him never have the balls to say, but cut off the senator. So you hear him, oh, I ended the call. And it just look wrong. Why would you be so? I don't know if I'm a co-worker or whatever it is, but the two of them they're on the same radio station hosting the same program. Why him couldn't just facilitate? And I was going to try to teach him something. I'm say, you know what? No, them know what them I do. Them just a play a fool for catch wise. Because right now, if I open my phone line and a PMP call, I'm going to listen to them. Because I'm going to rebut the rubbish coming out of their mouth. When them reach a point now where they know why you talk none at all, they just want, because I hear him. Him ask me a question and in explaining the question, him still ask me something else. Because they don't want you to talk. So, Sir Brian, you said me if you call it tomorrow, I'm going to make sure I call it tomorrow because I'm going to see if you're going to cut me off again. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, here is the voice of Senator Morgan Marlon.
Greetings, Damian. Let me say good evening to your listeners and viewers, both in the diaspora and in Jamaica. I am Senator Marlon Morgan. Last week in the Parliament, Tuesday, the 11th of March, the Finance Minister, the Honorable Favour Williams, opened the budget debate for the financial year 2025-2026. By all indications, it was a well-delivered presentation, no fewer than 21 good news and things that will positively impact the lives of the people of Jamaica. Not least, the reforms at SLB, which will see students now being better able to treat with living expenses, so the cost of rent or accommodation while they are studying, in addition to having access to a laptop computer getting financial support by through the SLB for meal solutions and other books and supplies while they're studying. Studying is a very important step, a step in the right direction. The microinsurance facility through microinsurance legislation, which will essentially see persons being able to pay as little as 250 Jamaican dollars per month for an insurance premium under the micro insurance scheme and benefit at the same time from a payout of 500,000. That is also welcomed and a step in the right direction. In terms of a pathway to have folks regularized, moving from illegal electricity connection to legal and appropriate electricity connection via prepaid solutions at the Jamaica Public Service Company. That is also a step in the right direction. The government will be paying for the cost of inspection. The government will be paying for the cost of wiring of the house. And this is an opportunity that I would encourage Jamaicans to grab onto. And this is available to first-time prepaid customers of the JPSCO. The first 20,000 first-time prepaid customers of the JPSCO are being encouraged to regularize. And they will have the important benefit as well over the next 6 months of a payment of $4,000 per month. So that's a total of $24,000, which represents just about 50% of what the bill of a typical prepaid customer is in any given month. So that's an important step as well. There's also a move to establish a micro stock exchange here in Jamaica. So at present, we have the regular stock exchange for the big companies, like NCB and some of the other big players in the Jamaican economy. We also have a junior stock exchange. And now we're building out an opportunity for a micro stock exchange, which will benefit in terms of having access to equity financing. It will benefit smaller businesses who have revenues ranging between $10 million, but less than 50 million Jamaican dollars. Now, one of the big things coming out of the finance minister's contribution to the budget debate was the adjustment that was announced as it relates to what is called, listeners and viewers, personal income tax threshold. Now, an income tax threshold is essentially an amount on your income that has no income tax charged on it. So you get that portion of your income tax-free, income tax-free. When the Jamaica Labour Party took office in March of 2016, the income tax threshold at the time was 592,000 Jamaican dollars. At present, here in March of 2025, the income tax threshold has been increased to 1.7 million Jamaican dollars approximately by the Andrew Holness-led Jamaica Labour Party government. What Favour Williams, our newly minted and first woman finance minister, announced last week Tuesday is that the personal income tax threshold, which is now at $1.7 million, will be moved to $2 million on a phased basis over 3 years. In the first instance, it will move in April of 2025 to 1.8 million. It will move in April 2026 further to 1.9 million. And then in April 2027, it will move yet again to $2 million. So it is a phased approach. In terms of the benefit based on the calculations, that will work out to a saving of just over $2,000 additionally on monthly income. When you get that is for year one. When you get to next year, 2026, it will be just about $4,000 in savings in all. So it will be an additional 2,000 plus. And then you will get to a little over 4,000 by year 3. Now, what is to be understood is that while there are some folks, listeners and viewers, who will dismiss what the finance minister has, and the government of which she is a member, has instituted, they will dismiss the level of relief, the $2,000 plus in the first year and the $4,000 plus in the following year. They will dismiss that as being a meager and very modest give back on people's income. Now, first of all, we don't seek to split hairs on this matter. Under Dr. Peter Phillips, who was the finance minister in Mrs. Simpson Miller administration, we did not get any income tax relief or any give back. Under Omar Davies, we worse, never get any relief or any give back in terms of the levels of move that we're seeing under this Andrew Holness-led Jamaica Labour Party government. In fact, in successive years, when it was budget time, people would be gripped by anxiety and fear, basically, both businesses and consumers alike, because the truth of the matter is that, yes, Omar Davies in particular would come to us every year to take more money out of our pocket. So when the government takes, this JLP-led government takes the income tax threshold from $592,000, which it found it at in March of 2016, and moves it to $2 million by April of 2027, that would invariably be a nominal move, a nominal increase in our personal income tax threshold here, Jamaicans, over just about a 10-year period, an 11-year period of 1.4 million Jamaican dollars. That is unprecedented. That is an almost, what now, tripling, as it were, of the income tax threshold that applies here in Jamaica. So never before have we had this level of move. And what this does is that it puts money back in people's pocket. And of course, when money is put back in your pocket as income earners and consumers, you do not necessarily take that money or all of it and either save it or invest it. You're encouraged to save it, yes. You're encouraged to invest it. But we know that there is the likelihood as well of people going out and spending that money. And in economics terms, that will help to facilitate aggregate demand in the country. It will help to foster and generate economic activity in the country, because when you take your additional earnings on your income and you go to the supermarket or you go to a store to buy a new pair of slippers for your daughter, or you go to buy PE gears for your son, that helps to put money back into the economy. And importantly, the businesses that you are transacting business with will in turn pay GCT, which ultimately returns to the government and grows the government's tax revenue base. And it is the government's tax revenue base that enables the government to provide critical goods and services to you as our stakeholders. So the water systems that are brought to communities across the island, the social houses that are being handed over by the Prime Minister, police cars that are purchased, the roads that are fixed, the school feeding in our schools, public education institutions, all of those things are brought to you courtesy of tax revenues. JUTC buses that are bought, garbage trucks that are bought, medical diagnostic equipment that are bought, whether it is CT scan machines or MRI machines or other critical medical supply and diagnostic equipment. When those things are bought, it is tax dollars that do that. And so it is important for the government to be managing the economy in such a way that it puts money back in people's pocket. And by virtue of the natural business cycle, as consumers, as income earners go out and spend the money that has been put back in their pocket, that will in turn boost and facilitate economic activity in the country. The jerk chicken man will sell more of his jerk chicken. The donut man and the peanut vendor at the football match will earn some more money. Yes, the man who operates a business where he sells clothing, wear, and other supplies, he will earn some more money. The cook shop will earn. The fast food restaurants will earn, and as they pay their GCT, government receives more tax revenues. So my information, listeners and viewers, is that the move from $592,000 in the personal income tax threshold to rather $2 million since this JP government has taken office, it represents a 230% increase in the income tax, the personal income tax threshold. So the move from $592,000 to $2 million is a 230% increase. And that I gather, is saving the Jamaican workers some $42,000 per week. That is since the Holy State government has taken office. Again, the personal income tax threshold give back is to be understood and taken within the context of the broader suite of give back that the government has come with over the life of this administration, and even in this 2025-2026 budget cycle. Because as you know as well, listeners and viewers, the GCT on electricity will be moving from 15% to 7%. And there are other Jamaicans who will be getting their benefit of $20,000 in their pockets, because last year the government came with and established a reverse income tax credit that would have benefited persons who earn less than $3 million per annum, and they went online, signed up, and they have received their $20,000. Now, there is a group of persons who are not on path. They are not receiving any benefit through NIS. They don't have any formal income, so to speak. Those persons are persons who are going to be eligible for the $20,000 that was announced by Prime Minister Dr. the Most Honorable Andrew Holness when he spoke back in November of 2024 on the occasion of the Jamaica Labour Party's annual conference. Now, the Prime Minister will speak in the budget debate this Thursday. I anticipate that he will have a number of announcements, a number of goodies, because as a good steward of the country's financial resources and of the country's economic affairs, the government is in a better position, and increasingly so, to do more for you, the people of Jamaica. And I know that for those of you in the diaspora as well, you have not been left out. Your Jamaica Labour Party government, Jamaicans in the diaspora, I'm speaking to you at this time, you are able to repatriate capital to Jamaica, because the disparity that previously existed between the tax paid by people who are here in Jamaica and people who are non-resident, yes, has now been removed. So one tax rate will apply. So the capital gains tax, when you receive dividend income on your capital that you have invested here in Jamaica, for companies, the rate at which taxes applied to that capital gains or your income was 33.33%, while others here in Jamaica, Jamaican companies, pay 25%. That has been abolished, and you will basically pay the same 25% rate that Jamaican businesses pay. And for individuals, your capital gains will move from 25% to the 15% that persons who are Jamaican residents pay. So something is even in this budget for you, our Jamaican brothers and sisters, who have elected to make life outside of Jamaica. And you invariably constitute Jamaica's Commonwealth. You are members of the Commonwealth of Jamaica. You are as Jamaican as the rest of us, and we appreciate your support, and we're encouraging you, quite frankly, to invest in Jamaica and, of course, channel more of your resources our way so that we can together build this country and move into prosperity, expand that prosperity, consolidate that prosperity, and ensure that more of our Jamaican brothers and sisters do better for themselves and their families. I trust you will continue to enjoy the rest of Damien's program this evening. I trust you will find his program as informative and entertaining as you have always found it. Sorry I couldn't be with you in person tonight, but I have decided to provide this pre-recorded commentary to bring some important insights and perspectives to you. One love, all the best.
Thank you, Senator Morgan. And like I was saying before I start playing the clip, I heard Conrad actually complaining that, you notice when he called, he didn't just say Marlon Morgan. He recently got whatever to the thing, and he had to say Senator Morgan Marlon. And then he went on, because I realized in closing, PNP has a gift of building straw men and then knock them down themselves. Yeah. So he was saying Marlon wanted to get more He was thinking that he would have gotten some ministerial position and all of these things. One man calling, which the senator explained over and over, because when I start hearing him first on Power, there were people calling or texting in and talk about how comes him a the JLP mouthpiece and him work at ministry and all of these things, which he's no longer there. So when Conrad, instead of answering the question, which I know he knows the answer to, he's like, well, tell you what, Senator Marlon, I think you're listening. Here's a maybe you can take tomorrow, you use a preamble and clarify that, because here's somebody calling and asking, because that caller switched it to say, if he's no longer in the ministry, why? And I said, trust me, here we go again. PNP have this way of building a straw man and then try to do everything to hit down the same thing with them bill. Because of them said half of the lies them when them come up and trying to ascribe it to the JLP and to the, just lies. Lies, 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 I'm telling. And they realize they're losing ground because now I'm gonna be honest. I think if them they try not the SSL, if them they try the IC something now, maybe the government would have been a shady water, because they were taking traction. They were gaining traction with this whole illicit 8. And when I hear them say illicit 6, and then they move from illicit 6 to illicit 8, but guess what? We have some saying as Africans, where can't wrong. Cannot see no spoil no dance. What me say? I lost radio, but big up. Remember, we're on VCR radio, Vibes Corner Radio every Monday night, 9 o'clock. Yeah. Cannot see no spoil no dance. When I hear people who right now, the more them talk is the more them showing the colors, talking about, I'm not gonna call them more name, talking about, oh, Andrew should have said something. How the hell you can accuse me of wrongdoing and want me if you come say, and you're supposed to be carrying out that? No, I hear them upset. Even Simon himself saying, listen, man, I don't understand what's going on at IC, because, they can't just say people on the investigation and do the investigation. And I'm like, that is what I've been saying. Do the investigation. And I was one of the first to say, listen, if it's even Dr. Onus, if he's guilty of something, charge him. But guess what? Tanasi, no spoil no dance. The push button effect. Thank you for that. Yeah. Tanasi, no spoil no dance. So sometimes this is what I'm learning. The longer you just left something out there, it's like bamboo fire. Bamboo fire. You just burn out. You may not have to put no water or nothing at all to cool out bamboo fire, because it have nothing to it, no substance. It just burn. And what they keep on doing is throw things at the wall, expecting it to stop. But guess what? Dr. Herbert Gale said that he did some research with his students, and corruption no come nowhere up at top. And here why not come up at the top? Because I believe that the PNP is the grandfather of corruption. I grew up come hear about, well, maybe it was in my time, but me never did in politics like that. The Shell scandal, the amount of scandal. Me hear about light bulb scandal. Oh, you forget light bulb from Cuba for give away and end up a sell them. The amount of scandal when me hear about, them call Philip Palwell a 9 life, them say him have 9 political life. Because scandal pan top of scandal. So, and this is what they don't get. A closing now. And I've listened and called in and tried to communicate with Shaka Fame time and time again. And they have this thing, which me think them really suffer from a mental kind of thing collectively. When it suits them, they go back into the past and say, oh, the past, this and that, and Portia Simpson did this, and Dr. Omar David did it. And when you go back in the same past, because 2 things can be true at the same time. I even hear Senator Morgan say that. So listen, he will not say PJ never get nothing at all done. And he list out some stuff. But when you go back to the same time period and bring up ills of the country, them say, no. You don't need to talk about that. Talk about what's happening now. And I'm like, you can't have your cake and eat it. It's either you left your cake on the display and we're dead for hungry, or you eat a cake. And then you can't have it both ways. But I think they do. They do think that, and I think Mark Golden said it too, that the PNP is always in power. Sometimes it just happens that them in an opposition. Yeah. So the point I was trying to make a while ago is that the PNP and their Jamaicans who, and I heard Ricardo said it the other day, They're going to have some voters. There are people on the voters list now where them just reach 18 this year, 19, and them are go vote. And they may have never heard anything about PJ Patterson. Maybe them just know, say, him did one of the prime minister, the longest serving, whatever. Them in depth, them never know. No, you can Google everything. You can ask AI everything. And I hear some people trying to protect him. Simon Kraskill is one of them, saying that, oh, as much as I don't like Papa Eddie, if he made the year and he come out and say something or whatever, I wouldn't go and call him fool and call him this. Me, no hear nobody call PJ fool. Them just say you're bridging. And I think Wami said it best. The man can't then aspis and you call him out to come defend you. And no, sir. Like the man stay and rest, man. And he was bold enough to come out and talk about. But anyway, I'm digressing, which I don't want to do. Well-thinking Jamaicans who I think they don't have no side. They're not PNP, they're not JLP. Some of them maybe they even can't bother with politics and all of these things. They know enough to know that PNP is not in a place of virtue for saying nothing about scandals and nothing about corruption. The same Shakafi, me and him talk about this over and over. When I ask him about Traffic Gura money, the only thing he come up and say, Traffic Gura money and never taxpayer money. So they're always qualifying their wrongs, So although the Dutch have it as illegal, whatever them say, the allegations say Traffic Gura did, their excuses wasn't taxpayer money. So the four people, them for whatever reason, don't want to testify in open court. Why they don't want to testify in open court? So, me, and again, all people, when you point one finger, three more point back at you. That is what is reaching the PNP. So every time when they come out and about, them a try do. Yeah, here's at our fingertip and a data flap them. Because they think, Dre, they think that we're still living. And you see, people don't have to talk about what they know. They know that majority of their people are not utilizing technology. They're just consumers. So what they're good on and big on is somebody make up a lie, back to Ian Hills again with him lie with the water tank them and all the other lies them him thing. He make it and send it out, and what them do, them just end up repeat after who so me and thing and send it to people. How many PNP? I'm not bashing the over 60s again, but in the poll came out that Mark have more support with them. How many persons in their 60s and 70s, they get a piece of information and they Google it, or they ask AI, or they even just take up them phone and call somebody. These people are just share. Somebody show them how to share the video and how to share this and how to share that, and that's all they do. They hear it, they listen it, and they share it. And they're gullible. I used to have some that used to call me and ask me, DP, are true, because they were watching my show long before me start just say, a politics, me thing there. And them get somebody and say, boy, me don't know if me believe or not. Are true? And I say, oh, let me run a search. And I say, even with happenings in Jamaica, me get information. This happened, that happened, blah, blah, blah. I say, hold on. Me know some people, maybe make some call, whatever. These people, when they hear something, them just get upset. I've seen several times people post video or photos or even news item. 14-year-old missing in whichever place, however, blah, 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 and thing, and them share it because them things say, the amount of time I circle the date and said, this is a 10-year-old story. This is a 15-year-old story. This is not. But they do that, and the people must send out the information, know who they're dealing with. These people in their 70s, they don't have what it takes to do a search. Good evening, David. Some of them don't even think they need to do the search, because I listen to talk show and I hear them say it, running down the horse and say, no, me see it. Me have it on my phone right now. Me get even liar John him. Him call, and I say the only person I don't hear them rush on power is Simon. Because them know them can't play with Simon. But I hear them with Kemoy, whatever his name is, McEachran in the morning. I hear John several times I text Stepper Jody. Because once they're hearing what they don't want to hear, they get upset. I know, no, you have to do better than that, GLP carrying card and whatever. If you're telling them facts, they don't want to hear that. You're supposed to read. And I hear people calling and telling them, I see this on my phone. John told Simon the other day that 11 people died in hospital over a period of a weekend Friday night to Monday morning because of some they couldn't do emergency surgeries. And when Simon asked John where him getting information from, here the lie with John tell. Me have my sources, but my sources them afraid for talk. And Simon, me I tell you this, a whole pass up man, you just get hushed up. And I'm like, when you people want to break all these breaking news, all these corruptions, yeah. Can me can't see, oh, somebody die in a hospital and that get leveled at the feet of the minister of health. How? Me can't see that. How somebody die in a hospital and it goes straight to the minister. But that is the politics that they preach. They are just trying to just splash some dirt and just mud up and thing and whatever and data them plan. But again, because they know, but this is where the challenge is. They know that they cannot, like, again. You have people who them only did hear about PJ, them never do no search. But that is what young people doing now. So when PJ come out and say me setting the record straight, and when one 18-year-old is very tech savvy and just do a Google search and see some stuff on this man, what them think them are gonna do? When Mark Golding go to Connecticut and say, boy, the media is being bought out by the government and the bloggers and the basically I confess for say, boy, yeah, we lose the battle, you know. Because again, the people that follow him are those who the Gleaner was the Bible for them. And maybe even today it is. So they don't know anything unless it comes in the Gleaner. And then just hold on pan it. But like I said, no, they're in the WhatsApp groups because some granddaughter or somebody take it and show them so they can get and put them number in a group. So they get some video saying whatever it's saying. Because again, I'm saying, I feel like anyone didn't know that IC thing drop on both illicit hate and illicit sex and whatever. Like right now, people are more, and them say when you dig gold dig too, you know. People are more, and matter about people when they're on the side. I think even PMP right now, they're disgruntled when them hear the term IC. Me feel say them so fed up when they hear Integrity Commission because guess what? They did not get what they want out of that story. Because by now, Andrew should have resigned. Yeah, I heard several of them calling for it. No, I need to step down. Shaka Fame is one of them. You can't have a prime minister who is under investigation and whatever. He need to step down. Jana one of them. Yes, in any other country. Step down for what? So all them Gensec never step down, no time at all when no allegation come up against him. Him threaten people and he carry them go court and him win a couple of the case them. Yeah, so, but again, a one way it's supposed to go. So them alone can go court. TP him dash the Gleaner and RJR Communication Group. Remember that Gleaner is a part of RJR Communication Group. Yeah, dash them under the bus. I mean, I'm like, because there's an allegation and they keep on saying it that Nationwide is bought out by the government and them love drafting about look how much people. And I think it was, if it's not Simon, it's either Simon or Dr. Herbert Gill was listing out how many people are asked the question. So if nobody from no media house never go work in a government. But again, this is what I'm saying. So they know that, they know that over the years, they have people who they leave from a media house and end up working with the government of the time, of the day. And it's normal. Yeah, very normal. But no, is JLP alone doing it? And look, one of them left. Him boy my breaking boss and left and he got on senator. That one yeah. But as me say, Minister Vaslov said, Tom drunk, but Tom on a fool. What is happening now is, and this is why Mark admitted that they're losing, gone are the days when people, they would just spread their propaganda and nobody contest it, nobody question it, because the PMP was the almighty. Yeah. PMP was like America. When America talk and everybody just bow down, yes. That is how PMP was. Notice? Was. No longer. So when you have a person like me now, they think that I'm going to cry tears. Like today when when Conrad called me a JLP activist, I mean like, yo, there's a title to my name. I'm no longer just DP. I'm Davian Phillips, the JLP activist. That means whatever you say, I burn them. And I think Dre said it earlier. It's only a madman stone a green mango tree. So if it's foolishness, me call you if you tell you, Mr. O'Brien. Listen to me foolishness now. Tell me some foolishness. Just like how I ask Senator Marlon to explain. So first and foremost, the lie when me see this pretty girl, cause she pretty, me not tell a lie, she cute. Maybe if me not look nobody would look her. Well, she a PMP, so I couldn't look her because them thing different. But me just I say, as she first me see tweet and say, "Oi, hold on, I wish here people are gonna get to buy one Pro Box. We'd I get a save $2,000." And I'm like, so you're a pretty dunce because that's not what was said. If you got from, you can put aside, dedicatedly put aside whatever the extra is. And I know how TV thing go, I know how radio thing go. So the minister never go. And she was just giving examples to say, this is how extra can help you in the long run. So she didn't go in depth to say for the first year, it's going to be $2,000 extra per month. Then the second year, it's going to be $4,000. Can you double up that? And then the third year, go up to that. So it's not going to be, as me hear Shaka with him little basic arithmetic saying, oh, 2,000 times 36 is 74. No, it's not $74,000. And again, my first takeaway was if you can put down $74,000 on purchasing anything at all, that's a good little chunk. So what is wrong with that? What is wrong with that? But when I see it, slow, truth. When me see it, I say, as me say, me not telling lie. My girl, you know yourself. If you're pretty, me not telling lie. Me don't know if I the makeup or what. But you're pretty. Me like pretty woman. You're pretty for real. Yeah, but you prove that you're a pretty dunce. That's what you prove. Because your takeaway, you heard, if you religiously put down $2,000 per month extra, at the end of 3 years, you have a nice, tidy little sum to make a deposit. So put down, just in case you never know what that mean, pretty girl, pretty dunce, put down mean a deposit on. And as bad as things may be, me sure right now, if me give you $74,000, you miss like a pretty girl, you know that gonna tell me no. Maybe if I ask for favors, you would even, or maybe you would offer for grand favors of me 74. All right, let me leave that alone. All right, so good night, me done. I am finished. Yeah. And the worst part is, let me read this comment from Truth. And the worst part is the people who are talking aren't making 1 point. Oh Lord, see it there? See it there? Right there, so. Yeah. Them attack and them a bash it and they're not making 1.8. They're not. But as me say, I am happy the time that I'm in right now, where no longer the PMP have this stronghold on Jamaica, where, you know, like tomorrow now, Mark come and say something and nobody no question it because they had it at one point. When nobody know why you're nothing from JLP, nobody know why you're nothing from. There was JLP themselves who never want you're nothing from JLP. This is how NDM was formed. We know the history. And it's so sad that, not really sad. I'm kind of glad that PMP is in the same position. They might get a dose of them own medicine, where they don't have that strong command on the country anymore. They no longer say things and people don't question it. People don't go and do research and all of these things. And the good thing is we can research way, way back and know what we want to know. But I am going to implore you, 22 minutes past 10. Do not waste no time, not even on social media. And for those of you who utilize X, when you see them spread the lie them, unless you again screenshot it and put fake news and lie over it, don't not just share it like that and leave it like that, because that is how the propaganda gets spread. What I've started doing is now me just comment right under it, because most of the time them for them comment not go nowhere. So me just comment whatever me a comment right under it and leave it right there. So me not help them spread them lies. Are you talking BBL? No, man, not the one from Mobile, the one who are running a, where she get seat? I recently the name her, man. I know the Mobile one. I Mobile one at the BBL. I know the Mobile one. And the next cute one. She not, me not think the Mobile one cute. No, she not pretty. No, not pretty. I next one, man. You have one pretty one. Me not remember her name. I remember her name, would I tell you? Yeah, but she's pretty. She's pretty. Pretty dunce though. It's sad. Yeah. So as me say, do not argue with them, because at this point, I think you cannot get a PMP to vote JLP. I know there are strategies though. Which one of them is to just don't vote. Because there are still people, and don't make them fool when they say they're united. Like I say, John call in and say, is not everybody is going to get the flat rate. Is not every retiree is going to get the flat rate. And Colin call in and say, no, he believes that everybody, because they have worked and thing. And when Dr. Herbert Gale said a simple little thing to him, and him say, oh yeah, it's true. And I'm like, dude, you present yourself like you're Mr. Know It All. Why you never think of that before? So for the first, me him actually say yes to something else that is not his idea. Because Colin believed that he's God gift to Jamaica. And it is sad because his own party don't want him. I said that to him Saturday, and him people them nearly crucify me. But it's true. Me or somebody said it on radio, and on me sending the text. Them say, listen, Colin, which I have to talk about this before I leave. So guess what? Colin is on top of the world because even the $1 million that they're promising to give to TikTokers, which this morning, me I scroll TikTok, I'm like, me really want to get a whole of TikTok. Big up my TikTok viewers. But I see two people and them say I want game them in a play, and all them I say tap up the screen, tap up the screen, tap up the screen, and then they start disting one another who bad mind and who ugly and who for people them walk around on leash. And I'm like, so this is supposed to be entertaining? And then them start bad word and something. And I'm like, so yeah. So another lie that they're caught in. So they're going to give creators $1 million. Now Julian is trying to justify it and say, no, it's going to be like a loan. Because guess what? Me hear them with it pump power, and when people from foreign start texting and I say, no man, this sound like one run with it kind of thing. Because if you not just go get up and give TikTok $1 million, whatever, like why? Why should just like how I have to talk about this too. Big up Julian. Because them tell Julian for only talk about Usain Bolt money. But Julian said, no, me can't do that. That's why I say me have time for him. And mention his constituency is 78 years old. And that is something when we get cut off a Shaka for him calling program for. Because him say me bad mind. Him say DP a bad mind. Me know you have a son, and if him come up and him losing money. And I'm like, me nah say me glad say Usain losing money. But me I gotta be honest with you. If you have 10 pair of shoes and your neighbor have one, and some thief go through the neighborhood and take out 5 of your shoes or 1 of your shoes or 2 whatever, and take out the next little person over here had 1 pair of shoes. Yeah, me I got call for it, but nothing say I got hear me a call for the man where I lose 2 pair of shoes out time 10. No, the calling now gonna be so severe. So it's just go to show that, them just run with, some main significant kind of thing. Because Shaka Fame is one of them that from day one saying the government need to give back you say any money. I mean, I say, but the people them what talk about, yes, so the government, do this to the government. I wonder if them understand that the government don't have no money. Whatever money the government spend is taxpayers' money, which is our money. So when you say, yes, man, go ahead and sue the government, or when you say the government will pay back, you're saying that poor people, poor Jamaicans should give back Usain Bolt his money. And poor Jamaicans have nothing to do with Usain money missing. Poor Jamaicans not even know when Usain did that invest his money. Everybody that invests know that it's a risk. Yeah, every day now, I see my shares the when me buy. Can me buy shares in a Tesla? Me just every morning me get up. I feel like turn off all the notification. Every morning me see, oh, Tesla share down, and I'm like, oh my God. When you invest, you know. Again, I'm not gloating and say I'm happy that because me know nobody lose them things. But them try set up Julian. Them try tell Julian say only talk about you saying about money, and Julian say no, not gonna talk about you saying. You have a whole lot of other people. But yeah. These people are something else. But I say, don't waste no time with them. So we have to say, put it out there, and yeah, the rest, because those gullible people them don't drink the Kool-Aid already, and you can't do nothing to change them. And call in the program them. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yep, that's the term. Dirty labor rights. Yep. Call in the program them, send your message them, make them not read it. Ah, see it there. Yes. Yes. Abigail no. No, man. Abigail no is senator. No, man, I'm not senator, man. I want she get one seat for running. Abigail I senator. Abigail lose her cuteness. She not cute no more. She did cute when she just done senator. Yeah. She not cute no more. We are the government. That is true too. We are the government, but we know what we mean when we say the government of Jamaica. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, yeah. Anyways, thank you very much. I'm going to try to get senator next week. May I make sure I put in my request early because at last minute I thought we were cool, me I say him the come for me show and thing and like me did tell him to me did get bad mind, me not lie. When me hear say senator me send him a message and me say Regine, me happy but me sad and him say where I talk about and me I say cause that means say you talking Danny Data. Yes. That means you're not gonna forward for me show no more. And him said, no man, me still I got the panic and I run boat and all of these things. So me know I'm busy, well in demand and all of these things. But thanks again for technology. So the message still went out. I'm going to drop that Danica Williams. Yes, Danisha, sorry, yes. Yes. She pretty. Talk it truth. Don't she pretty? On the talk it truth. Talk it truth, I God love. She pretty. I don't know if I make up again as mistake because I've never seen her without, but I think she's pretty. Don't you think? Don't you think? Jade, she pretty, don't? David, good night to you too. So until next week, if you can be good, be careful. And please, if you're watching and you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please I want to reach 3,000 subscribers for my birthday, which is going to be the 30th of next month, 30th of April. So please help me. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Please like and share. If it's even thumb down you want to put, that works. It still work with the algorithms. Yep. So do that. Also, when you're watching back the show, pretty face. So at least you agree with me. That's all I see, our face. Me not see nothing else. Is our face missing on X? So when you're watching back the videos or whatever, and you see the ad them come, don't skip them. They're like 15 seconds, maybe 10. So don't skip them. Here, that kind of help me out. So, and I'm being honest, it does. So yeah. Williams from East. Okay. Yep. So that is it, people. If you can be good, please be careful, and we'll come back next week again. And I think next week's show is going to be hot. I forget some people because I mean I like your Mona voice. So it's going to be after Mark tomorrow, and then the Prime Minister Thursday. So yeah. So let me tell you what I gonna come tomorrow. Time come. That's basically all it's gonna be the takeaway. I dare Mark to actually come with the original documentation showing that he's no longer a British citizen. Me think say, yo, Bregin, if you want everybody to say, yeah, you're going, bring that and present it in Parliament tomorrow, Mark Golden. Yeah. Please show us that you're not a British citizen trying to become the Prime Minister of Jamaica. Can you please show that? That's all I want from you tomorrow. Because I know your message is going to be empty and just time come. So yeah, do that. Prove to us, say, you is not a British citizen. Can you do that, sir? All right. That is it. Okay, until next week, peeps, I want to say thanks again for joining me. Thanks for allowing me in your home or on your device, because there are several other people doing more. I don't know. And I believe I normally, people who gravitate to my things is sensible people who want to hear something decent. I hear nobody accost nobody. You notice me not accost nobody? I call names, I say what I have to say, but that is it. I'm not a dirty smaddy. Where me feel like the only way me can do is disrespect people and call them fool and idiot and all of these things. DP is still a British citizen. Oh, so that means he now go show it then. Okay, well, there goes that. But of course I have to listen because I want pointers. So again, that is it. Please join me next week. If it's the will of the Father, I'll be here to do it all over again. Let me say thanks to VCR Radio, Vibes Corner Radio out of New York. And remember, you can download their app or you can just follow them on the internet. You can play, listen to some good selector, real selector doing it big. Again, if you can't be good, last